people are taken down not by punching and kicking or like really through like super weapons or whatever or kryptonite, but just by information.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to No Drama, Just Movies, and we are back this week with another movie review. Hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for the content that we produce each and every week in the world of TV and movies. My name is Cameron. I'm just a baby kaiju, Kelly Smith, and I'm joined by my esteemed colleague here.
Phil, cryptocurrency Corwin.
Oh, I like that one. Well, of course, we are here to review none other than probably the most anticipated movie of the year, the start of the DCU. We are here to review none other than James Gunn's Superman. Let's go right over to you. What were your overall thoughts of James Gunn's Superman?
I enjoyed most of it. There were some really cool bits that I haven't seen in a Superman film before. I think like seeing how actually the kryptonite affects him, for example, that was like looked really gruesome for the first time. I've seen it and I've watched all the Superman films recently for the rapid reviews. Um, but stuff like
One
that.
thing I will say is that I think that this is a great starting point and setup for this new universe. I think it's a great starting point and setup for Superman. I think that I have never seen the character portrayed like this. I've never seen it been done like this. I'm not someone who has a deep-rooted connection to the Christopher Reeves movies. And as someone who loves Man of Steel, I think that I definitely walked away going that this may be my favorite Superman itself in terms of the actor. I think David Corenswet, excuse me, is incredible. I think that his scenes, but with him and Rachel Brosnahan with as Lois Lane are absolutely incredible. It's beautifully done. This is the first time I think where I've actually understood what it means to look at Superman as a beacon of hope, as somebody who is almost a big brother. And I definitely kind of got that feeling coming out of the movie that this feels like a big brother Superman in a great way. Like I love the fact that he is so charming. He's so endearing. He's a really nice kid. And I say kid because this is a Superman who's growing, you know?
Mm.
But I love the interpretation, and I think that it was so well written for Superman specifically as that character. And I think it has a great supporting cast. It is very James Gunn, this movie. Very James Gunn, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. The movie goes by lightning quick. It feels like he doesn't hold your hand with this movie. He chucks you right in.
No, you're right. Like the acting was really good. Like standouts for me were Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I think he did an amazing job with that. I also love that so much anger in that as well in that role. I was like curious if he could really pull it off because we haven't really seen angry Nicholas Hoult. I think. So I really loved what he was doing. He was very like composed and very far away from the Mickey Mouse of Batman v Superman. Obviously Corenswet as well. Interesting, yes, that Lois already knew that he was Superman. Kind of again was something we haven't really seen before. Like it starts with them already in a relationship. Which I thought was interesting, and I loved the interview. Absolutely loved that scene between them. Just how it was acted, how it was shot, and just like how it builds and how he explodes after defending his actions. But also because what it says about him, I think, about Superman, because was, again, the first time I thought, yeah, Superman grew up in the US, right? So, as Clark Kent. So when he does go into another country, and does anything, either stop a war or start a war or whatever, or stop a dictator or whatever, does he do it in the name of America because he's from America? And like, what are the implications of that? And like, what does that mean for the wider world? And I think that's the first film that really kind of explored this idea.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And I think that's a really important point. because yeah, him going over, I love that idea where for Clark it's like, and we see it in obviously the trailer was released beforehand, but his viewpoint is, listen, people were going to die. And so I feel it was my responsibility to jump in here. But in this world where it is so political, what do you, well, when I say in this world where it's so political, it's not a political movie, but just in terms of looking at it from a real life lens, how does that work? And I did love, obviously, I mean, I thought it was interesting, obviously, this new kind of take on the origin story of the revelation that Clark's parents or Kal-El's parents, obviously, the message that obviously gets to be revealed that they actually wanted him to go to Earth and to rule and to
Yeah.
basically create a new Krypton. And I thought that was an interesting premise. I felt that they didn't go into it as much as I wanted it to be. Like, I would love to get some backstory on finding out more about Krypton and what they meant by that. Like, if they were good people, if they genuinely wanted Cal to go to Earth and reign in this way, and what that means, or if he will continue to process that. Because I think one of the beautiful things, obviously, we have the scene where Clark goes back home to his parents, which I thought was beautiful. Because I felt like that was one of the first times that we see through Lois that he's just a guy. Like, he's just a guy. He's just a guy that had a beautiful childhood and upbringing and was loved by two parents who loved him. And I thought that was just a beautiful scene. And obviously, Pa Kent telling Clark, that we give you all the tools. It's up to you to decide to be the man you want to become. And I thought that was a great scene. But I would love to see maybe if you do explore again moving forward, what that means to Clark, especially in terms of his actual parents, what they actually wanted for him. That is something, obviously, that they talk a lot about in Man of Steel, what Jor-El wants for him and what Pa Kent wants for him. And I did like that. And I would like to see more of that. Crypto, love Crypto. Thought he was great. Thought he was absolutely fantastic. Love Crypto. And of course, this is a spoiler review. I forgot that there was going to be a cameo of Supergirl. Love that they
Oh,
included it.
okay.
And I love that they had it there. And now I'm very much excited to see what it's like to follow her going to planets where there's red suns and watching her get drunk with Crypto. And obviously, we know Lobo's soon destined to appear. And I'm intrigued. I think one of the things that the questions I do have is, and I won't go deep into this, is what happens next? Especially just in terms of the world of Superman. Lex is in prison. What goes on there? And the last thing I will say in regards to Lex, obviously you were bringing up, is one thing I really needed to be made clear to me is to understand why Lex hates Superman. Because I feel like in many incarnations, I've never truly felt or understood why. I felt like with one of the final exchanges they have towards the end of the movie, that I was really starting to get an idea of why. And I agree with you that Nicholas Hoult gives such a great performance that you can believe it, that he truly despises this man and he wants him gone.
Yes, I love the whole plot idea that people are taken down not by punching and kicking or like really through like super weapons or whatever or kryptonite, but just by information, which was an interesting take. Like Superman gets taken down, or like people turn on him because of information that comes out. Lex is kind of defeated because information comes out about him, like in cahoots with the leader of that country.
Japaran or something.
Yeah, that one. Foreign sounding country. So yeah, I really kind of, especially nowadays, I think, is an interesting kind of angle of that.
Shout out to obviously the Justice Gang. I know you wanted to mention Nathan Fillion, our introduction to the Green Lantern.
I loved his like bubblegum swagger. It was like he was awesome, but he's awesome in everything he does. Everything he is in, he's always welcome for me. So, but I really liked him as Guy Gardner.
No, I agree. I agree. And shout out to Mr. Terrific as well. Great one there. But I mean, it is time for us to go to our IC review. So, how many ICs out of 10 will you give to James Gunn's Superman?
I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for now. Maybe it'll go higher if I watch it again and like, spot a couple more things and enjoy it a little bit more. But for now, an 8 out of 10 ICs.
I mean, we're twinning today. I'm also going 8 ICs out of 10. Thought this was a great start, great movie, and I cannot wait to see it again. And I think I really, really need to, which is most important. Go see Superman. Once again, we are No Drama, Just Movies. Thank you very much for checking out our review today, guys. We do this each and every week. Please drop down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on Superman and what you think the future of the DCU entails now that you have seen the beginning of the DCU. Once again, we are No Drama, Just Movies. My name is Cameron. just a little baby kaiju, Kelly Smith, and I'm joined by my esteemed colleague here.
So cute. I'm Phil Cryptocurrency Corwin.
Oh, oh, that's right. Once again, for the final time, we are No Drama Just Movies. Thank you very much for checking out our review today, guys, and we will see you very, very soon. Take care, guys.